Yo, 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 what's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to the Cheston Podcast. This is actually the season finale, the season one finale, actually, to be exact, if we're going to, say it. But yes, this is the season finale for season one. Oh my gosh. 26 episodes down, okay? I am so proud of myself. I am proud of anyone that listened. I don't have many listeners right now, but I'm sure it's growing, and I'm sure I'm going to get there. I'm going to get the audience I want to get, the numbers. But anyways, that doesn't matter. But anyways, I'm proud of myself because I started something and I stuck with it. And season one, I can't believe I'm done with season one. 26 episodes, like looking back, I'm like, oh my gosh. Things, when you get rolling, things do, time does go by fast. But anyways, so this is the season finale. Season one down, moving on to season two. There will be some new things in season two, some improvements, some, it's the basis of it is going to stay the same. We're going to keep it all pop culture, the culture. We're going to keep it nothing but celebrity topics, celebrity news, movies, sport. Well, no, we don't cover sports. Okay, I don't cover sports. Movies, music, fashion. Just entertainment. Period. That is the basis of this podcast. But we might, include some other things. In season two, I might, add some new things, and definitely. There will be a theme song for season two. I did cave in. That will premiere. I was fighting myself. I was like, well, maybe I should play a clip of it or do a teaser of it for the season finale. But I think I'll make you guys wait. Season two. That first episode, you will hear it. Definitely with season two, it's going to be the premiere of it. It's going to definitely be not just one episode. It's going to be multiple episodes. Hopefully, I have a few things lined up. I don't want to give too much away, but definitely season two is going to be more people, more guests. Absolutely. Season one, I tried my best. We only had Tony come on. Once again, I want to thank Tony. First of all, one of my favorite episodes. As a matter of fact, if you do happen, if this is your first time even listening, I'd suggest you listen to that episode. I feel like that episode really showed, in a nutshell, it really caught the essence of what the Cheston Podcast is, my podcast. So let me just look that up real quick. I'm sorry. Hold on. And that was episode... Oh my gosh, this is so hard because, hold on. Okay, so I'm opening my Spotify. I'm opening. Sorry. Oh my God, hold on. Okay. It's good. Okay, so the episode that I had, well, the only episode I had a guest for season one was episode. Hold on, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was going to say this. This was a last minute thing. I do have a script. I don't want to say I have a bulletin script in front of me where I have the topics in front of me, but I basically I'm off the riff. I'm off the top of the dome when I'm speaking on my podcast. So I did not know I was going to be bringing up Tony in that episode. So hold on one second. Oh, okay. So episode 11. Episode 11. That is the episode. So if this is your first time listening, or if anybody that's been listening, and if you did not hear that episode, I suggest you listen to episode 11. That's the only episode where I have a guest on this season. So that's basically more of that. More of that will be in season two. I'm excited about it. But this episode is the season finale, like I said. So this is the last episode for season one. Like I said before, and I'll say it again because I can't believe it myself, but 26 episodes down, okay, completed and out there for you to listen on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Spotify. Available on all those platforms. So Android, computer, laptop, iPad, You name it, you can listen to this podcast anywhere now. So, anyways, well, okay. So this episode we're covering the topics for the week of February 13th to February 19th. This is the final episode for season 1. We'll be we'll go on a hiatus, and then I will be returning back on March 28th. So that is the official. It's once again it's on a Tuesday. That's when that episode will be. Well, it'll be multiple episodes. I can't decide if I want to do 3 or 4, but definitely the minimum will be 3. You'll have 3 brand new listening episodes with special guests on all 3 of them on available on March 28th. That will be the season 2 premiere. Okay, the season 2 premiere date is March 28th. Mark your calendars. But I'll definitely be posting it on my social media platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. The platforms I'm active on. But anyways. So let's go ahead and get into the topics for the week of February 13th to February 19th for the season finale for season 1. All right. Okay, so Forbes reports Taylor Swift is the highest paid female entertainer of 2022, coming in at $92 million. That's what she earned in 2022. All right, so Forbes released a list of the world's 10 highest paid entertainers. Taylor Swift happens to be the highest female on that list, but overall list, we have, hold on right here. I think I just saw, where did it go? Okay, so number 10 is Bad Bunny coming in at 88 million. Then we have number 9, Taylor Swift, coming in with the 92 million. Then you have James Cameron, the director of Titanic and Avatar with the blue people, not the, which is so confuses me that there's 2 avatars. If anybody out there knows what I'm talking about, there's Avatar, the Airbender, the little short bald dude that has can control all the elements, the 4 elements, and then there's Avatar by James Cameron with the blue alien people. I get it confused too. But anyways, he came in at number 8 with 95 million. Then number 7 is the Rolling Stones at 98 million. Number 6 is Brad Pitt at 100 million. And number 3 is Tyler Perry at 175 million. You go, Tyler Perry. I'm not mad at you, bro. Number 2 is Sting, coming in at $210 million. Okay, and a lot of this could be investments. It doesn't have to necessarily be what they're known for, but these people do invest in things or produce, or there's other avenues of making money, especially when you're in the entertainment field. So congratulations to all of them. But yeah, Taylor Swift is the only female in the top 10. But shout out to Bad Bunny at number 10. He's really blowing up. Like, you got to keep your eye on Bad Bunny. He's like, yeah. I happened to see clips of his show at the stadium. He had a show at the stadium in LA. I can't think of the stadium name, but he had a show and it looked like it was so much fun. I told my best friend, I was like, we have to go. Like, I'm so down to go. But them tickets were kind of, high. But anyways, all right, moving on. Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime show is the second most watched halftime show in the NFL halftime show history. She's number 2 coming in. Number 1 was Katy Perry's show. Everybody knows that, which came, had like over, it had millions. I don't have the exact number, but Rihanna's halftime show had 118.7 million viewers. The Fenty Beauty brand, it saw an increase in internet searches, which makes sense, which was genius. And her music spiked in streams on Spotify. And the crazy thing I did not know is that you don't get paid for the Super Bowl. I never knew that you don't get paid to perform at the halftime show. I thought you get something. I didn't know that which is interesting. So okay. That blew my mind. I don't know why, but I thought you got paid when you performed at the Super Bowl. But I mean, it works out in the end anyway, because the Super Bowl is one of the most watched events in television every year. It's like that's one of the things that one of the main events on TV that brings America together. No matter what race, religion, sex, it doesn't matter. Everybody comes together for two teams battling out to see who is the best football team in America. So I mean, makes sense. And then you have all that coverage. So many people watching it. So if you are performing, it's like just maximum, exposure to the max, So it's like it's a win-win situation really, because sales in your music, goes up. Rihanna was very smart in doing the Super Bowl and how she did it and how she did the plug with her makeup. How she took the compact out and she looked in it, with the camera. That was genius. Like I knew that, like it said, there was going to be an increase in just the interest in that brand. So shout out to Rihanna. She's so freaking genius. But anyways, okay. So ASAP Rocky, he also had a custom leather jacket made with the picture of Rihanna holding the football on the back of, if you guys seen that poster or that picture where before when she announced that she was going to do the halftime show. She released a picture, like there's a photo of her hand, the hand with the tattoo on it, like the henna tattoo on it, and she's holding the football. Well, ASAP Rocky, he had a leather jacket custom made. I don't have this is not like a video yet. We're not there yet. We're just doing the podcasting yet. So haven't gone to the video format yet. I wish I could show you a picture, but I don't have a picture. But I did see a picture of that jacket, and it was awesome. Like, shout out to him for like supporting her and being like her number one fan on such a big thing for her, And she was pregnant at that, So shout out to Rihanna, just being up that high and pregnant. I'm sure her nerves. She had to have some nerves, or something. But anyways, moving on to the next hot topic. Pharrell has been named creative director of Louis Vuitton, the menswear line. Congrats to Pharrell. That's like shout out to him. Like well deserved, very well deserved. He's always been, for me in hip hop, somebody that you look at for fashion. Absolutely, absolutely. All right. Okay, so this will be his first collection for Louis Vuitton, which will be revealed next June during Men's Fashion Week in Paris, France. Okay. It will be taking over. Well, he will be taking over. Pharrell Williams. He will be taking over for Virgil Abloh, who passed away in November 2021 from cancer. And Pharrell launched, just a little sidebar things for, if anybody's like, well, how does he qualify for this? Just to let you guys know, Pharrell, he launched the streetwear line Billionaire Boys Club. Everybody knows that in 2003. Anybody that knows Pharrell should know that he has his own line, BBC, Billionaires Boys Club. He collaborated with brands including Adidas, Chanel, and Tiffany & Co. All right. And he previously collaborated with Louis Vuitton, with then designer Marc Jacobs on 2 accessories line. But this will be his first official line under Louis Vuitton, himself. And I think, once again, congratulations, shout out to him, well deserved. Not mad at him, and I can't wait to see what he comes up with. So I'm really excited to check it out to see what pieces he comes up with, because I know they're going to be freaking awesome. All right, moving on. PageSix reports Bruce Willis's condition worsens. He's diagnosed with cruel frontotemporal dementia. Okay, as if anybody's been following Bruce Willis, he retired from acting in March 2022. He announced that he was diagnosed with aphasia, his battle with aphasia, and he's currently, 67 years old when he was diagnosed. He would struggle to speak. For those who don't know what exactly he's going through, or what he's, what's going on with his condition, he struggles to speak, write, and understand language, both verbal and written. So it's kind of like he's going on with the mind. It's like a mind situation going on. Now, the frontal temporal dementia is the most common form of dementia. So it's, he's basically forgetting things, not remembering things, and things are not familiar to him. It's like his mind is deteriorating. I'm very sad. I love Bruce Willis. I can't believe this is happening to him. He seems like he's such a cool guy, such a great guy. Fan of his work. It's sad to see. Prayers out to him and the Willis family. Demi Moore, his daughters, all of his children. With Demi Moore and his new wife. Just prayers out to that family. It's really sad to see because Bruce Willis seemed like he was a cool, a stand-up dude. But anyways, moving on. Chris Brown's online blow-up over people not feeling his upcoming song with Chloe Bailey. I don't know if anybody's been following that. Chris Brown and Chloe Bailey announced that they have a collaboration coming out with each other. A song, one of her singles. And a lot of people are not here for it for some reason, making a lot of, noise about it, about how they're not feeling this collab. And basically, Chris Brown he went on a rant. He went off. I mean, he's a little hot-headed. So he went on saying that he was young in 2009, in the 2009 incident with Rihanna. He was only like 19 years old when that happened. And, just basically, and that's basically what the uproar is about, bottom line. People are still upset about, what happened with Rihanna. And he also brought up how, the same people complaining about him are the same people that watch, Krishan Rock and Blueface fighting each other all the time, which is, which is kind of honest. But I don't think that's just what it is with Chris Brown, if I'm going to be honest with Chris Brown. I'll go into that in a minute. But then he goes on his rant. He posted other male and female celebrities who have been accused or charged with abuse. So he was like putting up pictures of, I saw Emma Roberts, Julia Roberts' niece. I saw a photo of her put up. I saw a photo put up of, it was a few other people. Charlie Sheen. I saw, he was just putting up other celebrities, just, saying that they were also, charged with, with something of some, they were also charged with some sort of abuse. So they should also get the scrutiny I'm getting, for the stuff that, for their actions is basically what he's doing, which I can see, but I don't think that's, right. But anyways, continuing on, in 2017, for those who don't know, it's not just Rihanna, really. If we're going to be honest, this is kind of a reported behavior with Chris Brown from what I've seen. It's not just, I haven't heard of him just being abusive with just Rihanna, if we're going to be honest. I was going to continue on what I just, finished, what I did not get to finish a minute ago. But in 2017, I'm continuing off from there. In 2017, Carice, she was granted a 5-year restraining order against Chris Brown that just probably, terminated. So it's probably, 5 years now. But 5 years ago, she was granted a restraining order against him. And in that restraining order, it did state that Chris Brown did get abusive with her. So I'm just saying. And then on top of that, not even just Carice. There's been other reports of him choking out women in his house. In Miami, wilding out, smacking people or throwing girls' phones, breaking their phones. I mean, I'm not saying I don't have a problem with Chris Brown. I think he's very talented. I think he is an icon. I think he is a legend. He's put in the work, and he's a great performer. He's a great singer. He makes great music. He does. He's on his P's and Q's. I give him his props. But as far as his personal life, I think in this case with Chris Brown, when there is smoke, there is fire. So I'm just saying it's not, I've heard more than just one story. I've heard, it's not just based on Rihanna. It's not just based on Carice either. It's after that. I've heard other reports or, other, news outlets, publications reporting that he's assaulted somebody or somebody trying to sue him for assault, or him putting his hands on them, some type of altercation. I'm always hearing about Chris Brown being in an altercation. So anyways, but I get his frustration, but it's kind of like when you're always continuing to be, in headlines for doing things that are negative, like altercations, people are going to, just see you as like, oh wow, troublemaker, and it's not right. But I know people should just only be listening to the music, but people will attach you to the things you have done, even though you make music. So, anyways, moving on to the next topic. Marie Claire reports Adele and Ed Sheeran declined King Charles's invitation to perform at his coronation in May. Okay, so it sounds like it's starting to sound like a lot of artists are vowing out to not even perform for Prince Charles, and which makes perfect sense. If anybody saw that record-breaking Netflix documentary where him and Meghan basically told their experience of dealing with the royal family and everything that went on with behind the scenes, makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. There was a lot of not good things that came out that documentary, so I'm not shocked that people are siding with them. And then on top of that, they're basically a part of Hollywood, if you ask me. They're right there in Montecito, California. So they're in California, which is like Hollywood haven. All celebrities live in California or have a property or are always out there. It doesn't matter. That is like the land of the rich, the land of the rich and famous. So I'm not shocked that people are siding with them and befriending them and taking their side. So but going on, the coronation, it begins May 6th, and then a concert will be on May 7th. Okay, and King Charles has suggested that Adele and Ed Sheeran both perform. It was him that requested for them to perform, and they both declined his invitation, which I'm not shocked. But Ed Sheeran had a excuse. He's basically will be performing in Texas the day before, and Adele had no explanation. She just declined. And then they went on to say that Lionel Richie, the Spice Girls, and Harry Styles are rumored to perform, but come to find out that they also declined. So it's kind of sounding like nobody wants to perform for the royal family, for King Charles's coronation, which, I mean, it's probably going to be somebody in some English act. It's not going to be a big he's not going to be able to pull no big superstar. He's going to have to pull somebody English. It's going to be a British act that's going to perform at the coronation, because and not I don't think he's gonna get any British act that is now living in LA like Harry Styles, the Spice Girl. Well, the Spice Girls don't live in LA. They all live all over different places, but most of them live in England. It makes sense. I'm just saying, if you saw that documentary of what Prince Harry and Meghan Markle said, if you saw everything that they went through and their experience, then it's easy to see why people are like, okay, I don't, no, thank you. I decline that invitation. I do not want to perform there. All right. And also, they're stating that Prince Harry and Meghan, they have not RSVP'd for the event, so they don't even plan on going. So I think that's really, like I said before, they're rubbing shoulders with, rubbing elbows with the rich and famous out there. So a lot of people are siding up with Prince Harry and Meghan. So they're like, oh, if you guys are not going to deal with them, we're not going to deal with them. If you're not going to, support his coronation, then I'm not going to support his coronation. But I'm kind of shocked, because I thought, honestly, Ed Sheeran and Adele, they're British. So I thought easily that they were going to say yes. It's a historical event. It's something that will go down in history. Nobody will, it will always be there. Anybody that looks back on that day will remember that it was you that performed, and it will always be your name down, in the books. But I guess, like I said before, they're rubbing, elbows with Prince Harry and Meghan, so they're siding with them. And that's understandable, because there was a lot of the underlying issue I have with the royal family is the racism. It's blatant. Even with not even with just the royal family, but the British, the England, like there is like definitely an underlying issue with racism out there. Like just that's one thing that really opened my eyes watching Prince Harry. I mean Prince, yeah, Prince Harry and Meghan, that documentary on Netflix. But anyways, that was all the hot topics for this episode. This is like the season finale. I'm so proud of myself. I thank you for listening. You definitely are helping me. That's all I gotta say. So thank you. But like I said, season 2 will be better. It will be bigger, and it will just be way better than what I put out before. But I am proud of what I put out for this season 1. 26 episodes down. I did the work. But that was all the topics for this week. You make sure that you subscribe, share, and like on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, and YouTube. Make sure to follow the Cheston Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Now, remember, this is the season finale. This is the end of season 1. So, meaning that there will be a hiatus. So meaning I will be coming back on Tuesday. We're going to continue, posting on Tuesdays. So I will be back on March 28th for season 2. That is the date. Mark your calendars, okay? So I'm just letting you know. March 28th, I will be back for season 2. And it will be bigger and better. Thank you so much. Shout out to all of you. All right, you guys. Take care of yourself. Peace.